Scorpio, reading for you is like getting ready for a date. I noticed I was putting on my red earrings. I'm like, it's red. Scorpio. I noticed I put on a slightly, you won't even notice, but darker shade of lip gloss, which for me, I'm like a translucent girl, so it's like, I'm reading for Scorpio. I don't know what it is. I like reading for you, Scorpio. I like your style. No F's given, but all the F's given under the surface. So many F's given. Leave me a comment. Let me know about your style. I know you won't because you don't normally leave comments, but I'm asking nicely. Okay, let's take 3 cards for September 2025. For you, Scorpio. Woof. Speaking of being feisty. Oh God, okay, this is feisty. This is feisty. We start off with the Strength card, which I like actually, because frankly, people are going to need it in September. We've got this lunar eclipse in Pisces, and I'm a Pisces, so I'm only pretending to be a Scorpio. We got this lunar eclipse in Pisces on the 7th, and it's like a kind of, if you can imagine a gigantic emotional balloon, and then that balloon just goes like that everywhere, and everybody's swimming in the fields, and it's good, bad, ugly, indifferent, whatever it is, it's swirling around. And then there's you also as a Scorpio feeling it at a vibrational level so deeply, but not always communicating it back out again or wanting to, and I get that. So know that you have strength, know that to know thyself, which is what the oracle says above, the oracle at Delphi, know thyself. Most Scorpios do know thyself, okay, so I'm not completely worried. Just checking my mic's plugged in, yes, but it's important that you don't lose sight of yourself, because you're going to be required to step up, I think, and possibly take a stand. The next card I get, well, and of course we have Leo and fire when it comes to the Strength card. The next card I get is the 7 of Wands. And like, they're all over the chutney here. Everyone's gone mad. All the kings are fighting. We've got Jason from Jason and the Argonauts fighting. You know, there's, I don't know, is that hay behind them or in between them? God knows, but it's broken out, you know. It's like my local pub after hours. It's that kind of a vibe. So this is Mars in Leo, okay, and Scorpio, I'm pretty sure that Mars is one of your rulers, isn't it? Mars and Pluto. It should be if it isn't, but I'm pretty sure it is, because I know there's fire and you're a water sign. This is when you stand up for something. You stand up for yourself. You stand up for what you believe in. You draw a line. It's a little bit more than about... Sorry about that, my neighbour wanted the parcel. Okay, it's more than a boundary, which sounds like a Boston song, but, and it could be if you want it to be. It's like a, it's a line. It is a line. Now, it takes a lot for a Scorpio to be moved to do that. Scorpios actually, although you have the reputation of being, you know, sting in the tail and all that, you're remarkably tolerant until you're not. So something or someone has pushed it, and I feel as though they may have been pushing it for a while. Could be 7 months, could be 7 weeks, 6 or 7, because we also have the 6 of Cups. Now this is how I know that the reason you are so determined or need to have a boundary is because this card, when you get the 6 of Cups, it's it's a real attachment to something or somebody. So it can be a place you loved. It's like home, you know. And we look here, we've got Psyche sitting on a wet rock in her nightie, and she's got the bouquet that was supposed to be her wedding bouquet. She's got the cup that Eros gave her in the Two of Cups. It's like, do you remember when you gave me that cup in the Two of Cups? And now he's disappeared. And she's waiting for him to return. She's longing for him to return. So there is an attachment to a place, to a person, to a feeling, and it's doing what it does to a Scorpio. It's lighting your fire, but then it's also, it's kind of fueling an action. It's making you need to act. And we do have these two eclipses, okay? So eclipses, what do? They take ordinary things and they like multiply it by about 1,000,000. So if you're having a talk with your boss, if you're having a talk with your lover, partner, whatever, it can go from 0 to 100 like in a heartbeat. Things just happen when we're in lunar eclipses. All the things that have been behind what I would call the skin of the moon are out, revealed, whoosh, here we go, let's hit the spot. If you're having a big talk, it can really like go off on one, and that can be good. You know, if you think there are things that has been hidden, things that have been subconscious and you want them out, now's your moment. So I'm saying around the 7th of September, it's your moment. Remember, we do have this much tidier new moon partial solar eclipse in Virgo on the 21st of September, which takes the debris after the storm and says, well, what do I want to do with this now? Where do I want to go? What do I focus on? What's useful? How can I plan with this information that I have? Okay. What is not being said? What's not being said? I like that card. What's not being said? Okay. Yeah. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is about generosity. I mean, there's always like a benefactor in the Six of Pentacles. There's always someone handing out alms to the poor, or a king is giving gold to somebody. You know, it's got that whole donation, munificence, here you are, I lay this upon you, you know, that kind of thing. When it comes up in a reading like I'm getting for you, which is about the explosion of feeling and revelation, and is this what you meant, and what do I mean to you, and do you value me, and all of those things that I've got going on here, it's about who's bringing what to the table. Not just one person, but it's about generosity. And what I'm picking up on for you is about generosity, and I'm also getting a channel message, where are you? Where is the appreciation? Where is the understanding? Where is the generosity? Where are you? And then I just got, where have you been? And what took you so long? Okay. The next card up, let me just do that because of YouTube. Ace of Cups. Now, I'm liking that. I'm loving that. Two things when you get the Ace of Cups. One, there's a kind of love injection, if we want to sound like a prog rock band. Love injection. But there's like a love injection, but there's also self-love. The next card you get that goes with it is the Page of Pentacles, which you can look at as a bit of a Mr. Boring card. You're like, Page of Pentacles. There's something here about you being an apprentice in your own life, about self-love, about you being at a stage of growth that this lunar eclipse is going to boost and to help. There's work for you to do, but there's also a switching of polarities here. So it may be that if you, and this could apply to work or love, you know, if you are putting out a lot at work, if you're efforting a lot, if you are being very good value, but you are not being valued in return, or you are not being paid in return properly, or you're not being, because it's not always about money, sometimes it's recognition and understanding. If you're not receiving any recognition or understanding, or maybe if it's to do with love, and I'm going to take some love cards as well, then things may have been sort of pushing in one direction, and only you can know that. You know, has it been you putting out, you know, the feels, the charge, the energy? Has it been coming from you? And is there now it's not a feeling of incredulity, it's like, but it is, it's like a slight indignation of like, for the love of God, this is a two-way street. So this is where I feel the Seven of Wands comes in. And you not only draw a line, but you like draw a line and you build a fence. Well, a wall. You draw a line, you build a wall, and you say, if you can get over that, then great. I'll see you there. Crumbs. Crumbs, Scorpio. This makes me want to take some love cards for you. I'm going to take some love cards for you. I'm going to take some love cards from my very Scorpionic Scarlet Rose Love Tarot. Swing. There will be an extended love reading after this, as there always is every month. So if we get into the love, and you want more, it's the first link in the description box. Let's put you over there, honey. Right. Tell us more, itchy nose. Tell us more about the love. So remember, we've got this big old massive Ace of Cups here, and then this slow Page of Pentacles, telling us that it's definitely not flash in the pan material. It's definitely a time for reflection and getting your ducks in a row, but then when they are in a row, there's going to be part of it you can't control. Okay, Scorpios are very emotionally controlled, as in, you know exactly how to, you know when to shut up and when to say something. Okay, you don't blab the farm. There isn't that worry. So, but I feel like because we have these two eclipses, that some of it will be out of your control. Okay, just some of it will be out of your control. I'm very pleased to see that card. Temperance. This is literally tempering your emotion. I feel like you're not going to be able to escape the fact that things are going to be very keenly felt. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to zoom in. that things are going to be very keenly felt, that you're going to be feeling a bit hot under the collar, that you may be feeling quite righteous, quite bothered. All of those things are good. But in terms of taking the best course of action, standing up for yourself, but still getting a good result and moving forward in a dignified and very scorpionic way, temperance is a real gift. Okay, it's a real gift. As is the Seven of Pentacles. I'm very pleased to see this. So, the Seven of Pentacles. The farmer leans on his hoe. It's a bit like this Page of Pentacles. What is working for me? What's growing? What's dying? What's yet to be planted? What's the health of the crop? Where am I at? Think of this in love terms. What do I give? How much labour is there? What's the return? What's the harvest like? How am I feeling about it? Is it a wise investment? And we're back to the Six of Cups again. Okay, so we have another Six of Cups. Interesting. It's under the other Six of Cups as well. This Six of Cups, and I have a feeling that Six of Cups has a scorpionic aspect as well. I'm just looking in my sun in Scorpio. Cool. Right, so you know what it's like as a Scorpio to feel it, to feel everything, to feel, I don't know, you feel so deeply. And for some of you here, you just feel so deeply about this. So this could be about this person, about this relationship, about the stage that you're at with it. It feels just so important. And I'm going to say it is. You know, you're right. Your hunch is right. Your feeling is right. Oh, I love that. And then you get the star. It's very important, especially between the eclipses, between the 7th of September and the 21st, that you turn this longing, however it's with you, into manifesting, into knowing, into feeling the end game, as in not feeling what's lacking, or it's hard to explain. How am I going to explain this? Longing can sometimes be an empty feeling or an empty energy or an energy of lack. And it's really important to turn the energy of lack into an energy of something that is full, like a full cup, like the Ace of Cups. Scorpios are very good manifestors because you're a water sign and you have a lot of intensity. But your intensity can cast a critical eye on what is going on, because you're always looking to save yourself from emotional ruin, because you know, Scorpio, that you feel so deeply about things. You know, it's very rare that a Scorpio is sort of wishy-washy about something. It's just not, they just don't bother with things like that. Not the Scorpios I know. It's kind of 11 or it's off. So make sure that during that window, and it is a real window of opportunity that you have, that you are seeing the end that you wish to see, that you are wishing, not hoping, that you are manifesting, not ruminating, because there's a lot of potential here. Tell us something that is hidden, that is an obstacle. And we get the Chariot. That is a very interesting thing to get. I'm going to take one more to go with it as well. Okay, cool. Chariot and the Knight of Wands. And what's at the bottom? Oh, I'm so glad to see that. Justice. Oh, I like this. I like this. Justice has had a bit of an outing for September, actually. And I'm always pleased to see Justice. It's a much underrated card, because it kind of represents karma as well as Justice. You know, it's good karma. It's righting the wrongs of something. So note that you have the Chariot. In this particular deck, and I do find it annoying, there's only one horse for the Chariot. And I think we would like 2 horses as normal, because there is some sort of split in your feeling or in your situation. So I almost feel like it's a sliding doors, that between the 7th and the 21st of September, depending on how keen you are to manifest, how well you manifest, that something could go either way. You could open either door. There's such an enormous amount of potential in this connection, but there is also the potential for it to go the other way. We have the Knight of Wands, which is hot and heavy, passionate, but I would say too quick. This is Temperance, the 7 of Pentacles. The 6 of Cups can make you rush. It can make you long. It can make you too grateful. It can make you... It can make you act against your own best interests. The Page of Pentacles is telling you to take it slow, take it steady, keep it kind of regular. Do the manifesting. You've got such an important window, like a port of potential between the 7th and the 21st. Maybe more like the 10th of September and the 21st, because the 7th is taken up by the full moon eclipse, and that's going to just sort of knock everyone out for about 2 or 3 days. Okay. But we do have this Justice. I love that your love reading is bookended by Temperance and Justice. I mean, come on. The 2 female archetypes of just keeping it dignified, keeping your power even, and in this case as well, forces beyond your control, redressing a karmic balance, changing the polarities on giving and receiving, disrupting the energy and giving it an opportunity to change. I love this for you. I love this for you. I'm going to take you an oracle card. In the extended reading, I am going to look at your person, what's going on from their side. So we'll pull some cards from a different deck just for them. We'll have a look, we'll peek behind the corners, which is what we do. We will dig and we will look at some shadow cards. We will see if there's resistance, confusion, delay, and what the turning point will be. Let's take a card for yes, of course you get this card. Of course you get this card. Scorpio, of course you get this card. Look. Co-create. That's what you're doing, and that owl is the owl of wisdom. You're co-creating, Scorpio, with the universe, with justice, with temperance. That 6 of Cups, it's a longing that runs through your veins. You can't get rid of it. It kind of makes you who you are. You feel, and you feel so very seismically deeply. But you can control how quickly it moves, and also your own line in the sand, your own boundary, which I think is going to help shape it into something far healthier than what it is at the moment. Okay? I'm going to go do the extended reading. OMG. First link in the description box. Do leave me a comment about being a Scorpio. I love to learn about you guys, and I will see you on the other side. Namaste.